Hi, folks.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
We made it across the border yesterday. We stayed in a casino, another free stay. It was a real nice place.
So we're in the state of California now.
Yep, I spent the night here, and we came down to the National Redwood Forest. And what is the park?
It's Elk Prairie Campground.
And we got
So
our
you can't check in till 2, so we came a little early and parked the truck, and we just got our electric bikes out. We were going to take a nice ride around on our bikes.
and we went up the ranger station to get some pamphlets, the hiking trails and stuff. And they informed us that we weren't able to ride our bikes on the roadways, on the regular pavement roadways.
They said that no electric bikes are allowed.
Yeah. So I was just questioning. Heather asked me, she said, well, how's electric cars? So I went in and we wanted a patch for the Redwood Forest. And I went in and asked the ranger, I said, not to be a smart aleck, but I says, how is this country going to have millions of electric cars if we can't have electric bikes in the parks?
They said they're a fire hazard.
Yeah. And
So I was just curious how it's going to work when there's a bunch of electric cars coming in.
And he looked at me and looked pretty dumbfounded, just kind of smiled. He says, I don't know. I said, one of those start on fire. I said, you're not putting it out. He said, no, you're not.
So just to let you be aware, if you have an electric bike, before you go to a national park, you better check ahead of time.
Yep. We, Denali, didn't have a problem there. Rainier, not a problem there. And I told him we rode all the way up that. And we came back to this. And this might be why we can't wall ride electric bikes with people with common sense like this. We're parked here in this parking spot. And then this van goes and parks, I don't know, maybe 5 foot from us, and all the way up there is the next car. It's all good. We're gonna take the truck here, and we're gonna pull in and out best that we can and see what we can. So gonna start hiking, and we'll talk to you later.
Have a good day.
Just actually, not too long ago, we talked to a ranger about the electric bikes.
Yeah, this morning when we had got here, we got our bikes out, and then we went up to the visitor center, and I was met by a ranger who came out of the building, and he told me that we couldn't have our electric bikes. So
Yeah, I don't know, because the ranger asked us if he had a round patch on his arm or a regular ranger patch, because he was in the visitor center. But what it was is back during the winter and the fall, they gated off a certain area, and it was for just to be able to bike and hike the roads and everything. And I guess he said there was a guy on a motorized unicycle that was tearing up things, and the right people were there that could make laws or rules. And it was just one of those things that it was just the wrong guy and the right people are at the right place. And one person will ruin it for all. That's why we all have to make sure when we leave our campsites and stuff that they're better than when we got there.
But he did say that the electric bikes are fine, and while we were talking to him, a couple rode by in electric bikes. So,
yeah. And he told me, he says, go up there and there's the gate at the beginning of this entrance of this park. He says, go up there and read it, and you can get the wording that they used. And I read it, and it said any motorized vehicle, and it didn't matter if it was electric car or anything. It was only open for pedestrian and bicycles. So anyway, we did find out that they are allowed. So if it happens again, Yep.
You're better off just to maybe double check with somebody.
Yeah. And
But we had a beautiful hike up the trails, and the trees were gorgeous.
yep. And Jake went with us. We put him in the bag, and he went all around with us, and he enjoyed himself also. So I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Have a good night.